Welcome to the fifth nautical.
For now, let's have a little chat. So, I was gone for a while. And, I mean, not necessarily that I wanted to be. Just, I had my disability hearing, first part of August. And I kept telling myself, I'm like, oh, that's in August, that's in August. It's, it's far away. And I didn't even think, July, we're getting up in the 20s, 22, 23, and then 27. And it's like the month is ending. And it wasn't until somebody pointed out to me, they're like, oh, that's in a week. I'm like, what? A week away? And, and I was like, dang, like it's it's already almost August. And but so that was earlier this week. But yeah, so I was really stressed about that. And I did not edit a single video. I didn't record anything. So like, yeah, Bryson was taking a break for finals. I was taking a break to lose my mind. um, but the one thing I have been doing in my free time is playing Icarus. Also a lot of Risk of Rain, but Icarus has been a lot of fun. I've been playing it with Jonah, not recording, just playing with my brother. This is a Jacob talks about where he was / flavor of the month, because Icarus is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. So it's a crafting survival game where you run around and you pick up sticks and rocks and you make like an axe and a pick and like typical survival game where you build your tools and kill stuff and hunt and farm and all that good stuff. Um, the interesting part is you go on these little missions that, so rather than just having a world that your character exists in and you can build up supplies and make your character whatever you want it to be, you go on these little like multi-day expeditions. You will have objectives like scan these 3 points and then return back to your pod. And more often than not, scanners attract wildlife and you have to defend it. And so it's like you're getting attacked by bears and wolves and all kinds of nonsense. And you'll get paid in the currencies are Ren and exotics. But you'll get paid for your mission. And when you go back to the spaceship or wherever, because it's very sci-fi-ish, when you go back to the spaceship after you're completing the mission, you'll be able to buy upgraded equipment. And so like rather than having to craft a pickaxe immediately when you go down to the surface, you can bring one with you, but it just saves you a little bit of time and resources. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to run around and because as you level up, you learn new recipes. And because like you drop down and all you know how to do is make an axe and a pickaxe out of stones and sticks. And so like that'll get you started, but like you gotta level up, get some experience, learn how to make a knife and a bedroll and a campfire. So you level up, you gain that, they're called tech tree points, so you can learn how to craft other things. And alongside that, you also gain talent points, which do just about everything. There are talent points that increase the durability of the things you build. There are talent points that make it so that when you're hunting, you can see a silhouette of the animals you're looking for, and so they're easier to spot. and there's like ones that increase your stamina and your attack speed, and like pretty much anything you want to, you can find a talent that'll do it for you. Other than highlight your arrows, which frustrates me. Because, like, every other, like, you throw a knife, there's a talent for highlighting where your knife landed. You throw an axe, there's a talent for highlighting where your axe landed. Throw a spear, same thing. You shoot an arrow, there's not a talent for that. And that frustrates me. Because I use a bow. I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. Because, like I said, you drop into these little missions, and it's not like a large commitment where it's like, oh, we're gonna be here a while. Like, you play a mission, it'll last a couple hours, and you'll run through it, and you'll hit all the objectives, and you go back to your pod, and then like you finish it up. There is a couple of different options for going down to the surface of a planet and just hanging out and building stuff. There's a sandbox mode where no objective, you drop in and you build stuff, and you can leave whenever you want. And there's a mission that has a 30-day timer. And that's 30 days in-game time where you can just run around and collect resources and build stuff. And there's not really there's not a reward for that mission. But because it, like, the sandbox mode has a decreased experience gain on it, so your character will level up slower. But if you do the 30-day mission, you'll still gain experience at the same rate you normally would, but instead you don't get any resources. Like, you don't get any ren or exotics. And so it's kind of interesting. Let's see. What else? What else is interesting about this game? I don't know. I like all the different talents, because I've only had the game for a few months, and I've played 5, 6 different characters now. You only have 3 character slots, so I've had to delete some characters so I can play more characters. But, like, I got a character to level 50, and I maxed him out with the skills that I thought I wanted, and it was fun. But after doing that, I realized, I'm like, I built this character, but I didn't have any idea of what was available to me. So I really didn't care for the perks he had. Like, some of them were like, that's nice, but for the most part, it was I wasted all my talent points on dumb little things that caught my eye in the moment, rather than building towards some of the cooler skills. Um, and yeah, no, I've tried a bunch of different skill sets. I did a character that was primarily really good at crafting tools, and so, like, I had decreased costs, increased durability for all the tools I crafted, and that was really handy because it allows me to gather minimal resources and craft better tools. So it doesn't matter so much what I bring with me, I can always make something better. And I don't know, that was nice. Also with Jonah recently, I've been running some of the same missions repeatedly, just to gather more ren and exotics, because there's this suit of armor that you can buy that, in order to get it, you have to spend exotics on a spacesuit. And then once you unlock that, you can spend, it's just a bunch of Ren to unlock all the pieces to this armor that you can, so when you drop down to the surface, you have armor on you rather than, because normally it's like, oh, you gotta gather fiber, make cloth armor. Because normally when you drop down, it's like, oh, you gotta gather fiber to make cloth armor. You gotta gather leather to make leather armor, fur armor, so on and so forth. And so normally you have to, it's something you have to work towards. You have to build a crafting bench, build a textiles bench, and then you can do that. But it would be nice for like missions you knew were going to be a lot of fighting, very dangerous from the get-go, to be able to just drop down and have a full suit of armor. And so that's something we've been building towards. It's lots of quiet, peaceful, like just walking around chopping down trees and gathering plants. And then the exact opposite of that, you're getting surrounded by wolves and having to just stab your way out of the situation. It's like sitting there with a knife and just like, bad wolves, stop biting me. And I don't know, it's fun. It's it's a different pace from most crafting games I've played, because like Minecraft, you get your supplies up, and like once you get the best gear you can get, like there's not really a whole lot that can, I don't know, at least for me, there's not really a whole lot that scares me once I've got my gear all maxed out. And so it's interesting that every time you start a new mission, you start back at having to pick up sticks and rocks. And I mean, until you get the better equipment you can bring down with you, because then you can go right to mining rocks and chopping down trees. And I don't know, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I do like going on some of the longer missions though, like missions that you know it's going to take you like at least a couple of play sessions to beat. Just because, so there's one in particular where you have to hunt a bunch of animals and gather like leather and meat from the animals, and then you have to farm and get like so many hundred berries and so many hundred carrots. And it's very interesting to play those missions for me, because it's like you have a lot of time where you're just waiting for something to grow. And so you have time to just build a comfortable house and like get settled and just wait for things. Because normally it's like toss up a shelter and survive. But on those longer missions where you know you're going to be there, it's like, well, why not? Like build a nicer looking house and just hang out and like get comfortable. And because like normally because there are different tiers of like what you can build your house out of, and I typically stick with wood because it's not thatch, it's not the least durable, but it's not like super expensive. It's just wood and fiber, and so not crazy to get. It's easy to replace if it breaks. But so when I have more time, I'll I'll go so far as to build like a concrete mixer, and I'll make like concrete houses with like corrugated tin roofs. And it's like, this building's not going anywhere. And it's a waste of resources. Like there are other things I probably could have done with those resources, but it's fun just to settle in and just be like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter what storms or animals come by, like this house isn't moving. And and just get yourself nice and comfortable and just hang out and wait for things to grow and hunt animals, and I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Also, when you get to that point where you have those kinds of resources, you can make guns. And um, so the best gun of the early guns is hands down the rifle, because it has great range and it's not ridiculous to craft. But the shotgun is really fun, because I mean the one advantage it has over the early guns is the pistol and the rifle are both single shot, like bolt action kind of things. Okie dokie. I forgot what I was saying. Mostly just waiting for this to download so I can get some like gameplay footage. I think I'm gonna stop this recording and make another one whenever this is done downloading. So let's cut to that. Do I just let it burn? Okie dokie. Take all of that. Nice, I didn't lose all my supplies. Deploy a box. Let's just dump a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, well, I have 2 posts. I think that's all that's left from my original house. Take those beams with me. What are you doing, Phoenix? Are you being silly on camera? Are you being silly? Okay. Now I can throw my axe. Okay, let's see. Crafting.
Throw your axe.
I'm a little busy right now. I need to make a new house because my old one just burned down. So I'm gonna...
You just had to let it burn down.
I didn't...
Let house of burn down.
I didn't have to let it burn down, but I did let it burn down. Let's see. Let's make 9 of these. Well, I couldn't stop it. I tried.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Deploy
win.
those. I win.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the posts. Now I'm gonna make... I need more fiber? Do I have fiber in one of these? I do not. Well, let's set down some of this heavier stuff. Oh, I guess I could deploy that. I'm gonna need to move that here in a minute, but oh well. Okay, let's grab that sickle, or yeah, bone sickle. And we're gonna come over here and we're gonna hit them shrubs. And we're collecting fiber. Ooh, berries. There we go. Now that we got some fiber, come back over to our house. Or what will be our house. Craft. Okay, now take all. And we'll place that over here. Once again, we'll dump all the stuff in there. Okay, last one. Take all. And deploy. Okay. Now, let's see. We need walls. 8 walls. Oh, and you can, if you hold R, you can put like a window in the wall. You place it. Or you can put, I'll put the center door. So I got a door frame. Put another window. Right. What if I... Oh, I like that. It's a big window. Okay. And then we take like our door, we'll deploy that. And you have to put it in a door frame. So we got door now. Then we're gonna make, I know these are floor pieces. It's just easier to make a box house than it is to make one with like a peaked roof. Phoenix, shh, you're being very noisy. Okay, Phoenix, stop. You are being very noisy. Let's see. And then we'll deploy our bed. Put it next to this window, I guess. And we'll deploy, where's that other stuff? There it is. We'll need those. Deploy the campfire. I usually shoot for like the middle of the house. Oxygen low. Let's deploy this oxidizer. No, sir, sir, I just built this house. You stay away. Good golly gosh. Okay. Now, back inside my house. And before I forget, because I just leveled up, so I'm going to learn the fire whacker, and I'm going to craft a fire whacker so I don't forget. What's a fire whacker need? Need rocks. Rocks. Rocks, 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 rocks. Here we go. Oh. And then wait, I already made those. Deploy. Here we go. See, now that I see this window, I'm like, man, I want to do that on all the other walls. Pick up these walls. Deploy. R. Deploy. I like that. I like it's nice. It's fancy. Oh, oxygen critical. That's not good. I stopped paying attention. I'm sorry, oxygen. Just gotta keep breathing. So if you don't have an oxidizer, you can just crush oxide in your inventory, but you crush. It's not as you get more oxygen out of this stuff. And this is actually this is the least effective simple machine that'll get you oxygen. But it's better than crushing it in your inventory. Oh boy. Get my fire whacker out. Time to whack them fires. Aha! And then you repair it. This way, you don't burn your whole house down. Seriously? Another thunderstorm? Are you kidding me? Hasn't even been a whole day. Okay. Now. Okay.
That's it.
There we go.
Systems online.
Now I run over here and hop up on my little ledge so I can't get hurt.
If you're wondering whether that thing's friendly, it ain't.
Let's see.
Looks like the unit stopped. Get it back online or you're gonna be here for a while.
No crap, Sherlock. Yeah, there we go. Jaguar. I'm too high. Oh no. I can't get them. Okay, it's just one jaguar. The other one's over there. Haha. Okay, I'm gonna hop back up here. Use one of these bandages. But yeah, that's Icarus. It's pretty fun. It's difficult. It's time consuming. But I like being able to level up, and I don't know if you noticed, but the talents I picked up were the ability to throw axes and then to highlight my axe when I throw it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's enjoyable to play. Lots of different options for you to choose from. And lots of stuff to learn to craft. And this is only the stuff you can craft on your person. Then there's workbench, machining bench, and fabricator. And so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Some you can't do.
Yeah, I can't do some of them yet. I have to learn them first. But yeah, that's my current flavor of the month. So sorry I've been gone for a little bit. Life was a little stressful there, but I'm glad to be back, and I guess I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!
Bye bye.
You're cute.